Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Check it out. Here we have the Banana Hobby airplane rack system that they just came out with. I pre-ordered it. Here it is. And I'll show you how we got here right now. Hey pilots, welcome back. Look what we have today. We got the big stand here, 80 centimeters. They make a small and a large, as you see there. I got the big one because I wanted to put some EDFs on it and maybe some other things. Having a little bit of a storage problem with all the toys laying around, so I think this will help alleviate some of that. So this is how it come packaged. Just came today. I did the pre-order and it took a little bit, but it is what it is. So let me put you guys on a stand here and we'll get it out of the box and we'll show you how to assemble it. First thing it says to do is to build the base. So you're going to grab these bottom pieces with these on it, left and right. Then you're going to grab two of these that have threaded portions inside. You'll notice they're not angled. There is a pair over there that are notched to fit on the tubes. These are not the ones. These go up square to the insides of these guys. Then for bolts, as far as I can tell, I think you're going to want these ones. There's 5 in here with washers. There's no nuts. You're not going to use any because it's going to go through and into that. So that's my best guess as to what goes here. Alright, I got tired of working on the ground. So next step here is you're going to start putting on the uprights, obviously. So you want these ones that have 3 holes in them. So then you're going to need these rectangular ones. There's only 2 of those. And then you're going to need these supports that have the notch in I was telling you about earlier. So what they say to do here, as far as I can tell, and then there's also one more bag, a little bit shorter bolt with no nuts in there. And that's what you're going to use to go through the top of the 3 holes, because these are going to go in like this by the looks of it. And then this guy here with the notch is going to fit onto it like that. Okay, then the next step, you're going to mount it into here. That's where these are going to come into play. So this is going to go like such. You're going to put a bolt in down here, and then these guys here are going to go in here and up here. It looks to me though like you need to put this in first. It doesn't show it in the instructions. It's kind of why I'm doing this, to help you guys out. But if you're going to put a bolt through the top of this guy, you're definitely going to want to put these top tubes in there. Kind of why I was doing it on the ground, a little more space. So the instructions show screws going in and threading into the bottom of this, but that's not how, they don't give you hardware for that, and these aren't threaded for that. So here's, don't do that. So you're going to put these down here, and then get the bolt going through. I'm going to put it in the center, going through the pit like such. I'll just preliminary put, those are the right ones, those are pretty long. Put a washer and lock nut on the inside. Now see, all these other ones are too short, so it's got to be those. But I'd be willing to bet these shorter ones probably go here. So each time I do something, I'm stepping down to the next shortest one, the next kind of ones that make sense, right? So now that you have that, boy, that thing is tall. Now you're going to want to put these things on, which go on here and bolt into here, which the instructions show going on the outside. These bolts are too short, so it must be these other longer ones. They're just barely long enough. Just barely. Okay, I would suggest putting this screw in the bottom of the holes that holds it all together. Then that won't happen again. Problem I see is we're going to be one short. So the tops of these have two holes in them, and when this thing is sitting back at the right angle, these will line up with both the holes here. Oh, didn't learn anything from the last one. Again, put it in the bottom hole. Now, we're short on bolts. These are too short. These are too short. Well, it looks like I could swap a couple of these shorter ones out with these longer ones, so let's try that. With no washers, I think it'll work. Yeah, those will just be long enough. Alright, so put a little bit shorter one in down here, because you're going to need the longer ones to go up top. Okay, the longer one, fit in here. There we go, good. All right, so all the super longest ones will go here, here, and here, here. And there's only 4 in that package if I remember right. So you're gonna have to kind of be nice if they were labeled. See, that one's too short. Where did I get that at? That one's too short. Okay, well that one package I opened that had 5. That I left laying down there. I'm going to need the other 5th one out of that package. There we go. Just barely. Okay. This thing is massive. Alright, so the instructions also show one going through this other one, where the slider kind of deal is. And I guess there is probably enough here to just barely go in there. It just goes through enough to just barely get a nut on it if you pinch it together. I'm not sure what you need that one for since it's got these, but okay, with no washers that worked out. Now I'm going to snug all those up and probably put this thing on the ground because it's huge. Okay, so the next thing, well, so the next thing they want you to do is to put the final one of these in there. And there's a couple screws about like such that are going to go in from the sides. You guys can see I'm 6 feet tall. You can see how big it is. It doesn't even fit in frame. I had to keep moving this camera farther back. Anyway, so the final thing to do is we're going to put on all those little airplane holders. I'm not going to tighten them down in there because actually the main instructions here don't really show. It just shows you putting a pin or bolt down from the top. Doesn't say anything about doing anything more, but in case you get one that's too tall, you might want to leave, you know, a couple out or something, so they're not interfering. So these are the rubber padded airplane mounts. See, it's got the hole. These bolts are just barely long enough. Other than putting the nuts on and tightening them up, that's really about it. That thing is massive. Pretty strong this way. Side to side's got some flex because there's no cross bracing. But for what it's going to do, it's going to be great. Let's find some stuff to put on there. Alright guys, there you go. I threw a bunch of models on there, just kind of get the idea. The Viper on the bottom, if you suck the gear up, then that wouldn't be a problem. I mean, it still only takes up one footprint. We've got 6 planes there, right? It only takes up one footprint on the ground. But you get the idea. Everything from Cubs to Yaks to, we got, just for curiosity, so there's a 70 mil Viper, would work just fine on there, 64 mil Futura, 80 mil, sorry I'm looking with the wrong eye, the big Yak, the King Twin. Now if you got a twin or something, I put it on the top because it's a little bit funky how it fits with that bar in there, but you know, not probably what it was designed for, but you know, it'll work if you want to do it that way. But yeah, pretty happy with that. It'll save a lot of space. So let me know what you guys think. I'll show you guys kind of up close how she was bolted together. So there's all the, I think I like the way all these arms are where they're at, so I'm going to put the nuts on the bottom and tighten them down like that because that's going to work just fine for me. I don't think you'd want them any closer together. So I'm not sure what these other ones are, but maybe if you need some big spacing in between some bigger models, you can probably put less of the legs on or whatever. I don't know. If you know, let me know down below in the comments. I'd be curious to find out as well. So, but this is how it's built. That's how to build it. And I hope you found this useful. Let me know what you think down below. There's links down below to all the things I use. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. So again, this is the big one. The smaller one, I'm sure would work for everything as well. So, I don't know. Let me know. Like, comment, subscribe. Check out the links down below if you're interested in anything. And we'll catch you in the next one. Appreciate you guys watching this. And don't forget, if you want some of these sweet birds, I got discount links for those so you guys can save some money. It's free to you. Helps out the channel. It's a win-win. Just barely.